What's up, everybody?
Jesus.
This is Nobodies podcast.
Episode
I'm your host.
6.
Woo.
I'm your host, Brett. My co-host, Keelan.
And back again.
Radar.
Steel. Boom. Back again.
Just play the audio.
Radar steel.
That shit was cool. I never told you how cool that was.
Yeah, that's what I learned
I was
to do.
actually laughing
You laughed?
hysterically.
You laughed? You were like, whoa, that's fucking badass.
No, I laughed because it was so... Because
you
I was
didn't
there for the
expect me to
recording.
actually do it.
But I didn't expect you to like edit a voice in and be like, radar. Because it sounds like the
I said...
zombies.
Huh?
The zombies, like, when they're...
Like,
What's an example?
insta-kill.
Yeah, insta-kill.
Well,
Or something like that.
it's, you know, if you've ever played Devil May Cry, the first one, it's in the first game. They do it.
Mm.
It's like in the beginning cinematic, and it's like, Devil May Cry. And I was like, hey, that's pretty cool. And then I was watching, what's it called? Two Best Friends play, those guys.
Yeah.
And fucking dogs. So I was watching the Two Best Friend guys playing Devil May Cry 1, and they were talking about it, and they were talking about how the voice, they were talking about that sound effect, and I was like, I want to learn how to do that. So then I learned how to do it, and then I was like, what better way to do it than put it in the podcast?
It could be like a similar, like to, what was that one? Resident Evil, or at the beginning.
Resident Evil 4.
The clear
So
best
dramatic.
one in the series.
Or Soul Calibur. They all those kind of games. Capcom loves the echo on the intros.
Yeah.
What the
I don't know
heck?
what you're talking about. Anyways, yeah,
What
Resident
was
Evil.
that?
You said echoes. That's what it
That's what you
Yeah,
consider
yeah.
an accurate.
Let's just turn the input monitoring on it. Yeah.
What were you saying though?
Yeah, Resident Evil 4 does have the best one. Every other one just sounds kind of funky because it's like Resident Evil 6. They all
Yeah.
sound pretty bad after 4, but
I like those intros though.
I do too. I'm always like Resident Evil.
You never skip that shit.
Never do. Although I don't think they did it in Resident Evil 7.
Well, I haven't played it
Yeah, I
yet.
haven't played it.
Oh, man.
I know it's yet. It's
The
been a
fuck?
year and a half, but
Play it.
I'm going to.
Ah!
Getting to it is my excuse. I'm
Well,
not
isn't that
going to.
the where it's
It's all in first
first
person.
person?
It's great.
Is it?
I want to play it on PC because I would think I would have a better time with it
Is
because
it-
when I was playing on PlayStation, it's so hard to aim because you're like,
Is it even like long though? Like a long game?
I mean, if
Because
you
most Resident Evils take
if
a while.
you know how it takes a while, but if once you like play it once and you kind of know where you need to go, like you can speed run that shit in like an hour.
It just seems like more of a
Nice.
horror game than it is like a actual like gameplay wise.
It's more of a horror game.
Yeah, like it just seems
Well,
like
yeah.
you're
It's
walking through a
horror
house.
game.
I know, but Resident Evil is like horror, but it's also gameplay. That's like what people like
You mean
about
like
it. Is the
action
gameplay.
gameplay?
You mean it's a video game?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like they took Resident Evil and made it more like Outlast or something like that.
Well, hey, I love
Or
Outlast.
sort of,
I
but
know
no.
Outlast is fine, but it's like
It's
a jump scare game, you know?
It's like Outlast, but you actually get to have a gun and fight people.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like say Resident Evil 4 was like scary, but it was also
This game's pretty scary. I
yeah. I'm saying
you can
it's
go on
more
my
scary.
channel
It
actually
looks
and watch
more.
my full playthrough.
Well,
It's kinda long, but-
advertising.
No, because I broadcasted the whole thing. on
Badass
South Park.
reviews.
Yeah, I should go through and like edit all the best parts where I was like, because I was playing through it on my first time, and there's some genuine scares in there. I was like, whoa, whoa.
I'm not gonna play it unless I'm in VR.
VR?
They
No,
have the
I don't think you want to play it in VR.
Yeah, I do.
It's like saying you want to play Doom in VR. You'd be like,
Yeah, I was gonna say I can't do anything in VR. It makes me upchuck after like 30 minutes.
Have you been
up
in VR?
chop the boogie.
Yeah, well, yeah. Paige's brother has some VR stuff, and I played like Doom in it for like 30 minutes and went, oh, I'm gonna lie
Doom's
down
probably-
for the
yeah,
rest
Doom's
of the
probably
night.
Bad for it, but the
But
I went to like a convention, the esports convention at WCU.
They have an esports
It
convention.
was it was like where they were having all sorts of tournaments, and then in the main area in the engineering building, they had like VR setups to where you could just play VR games. You just wait in line. It was really fun. I played that. It's not Spider-Man, but it's one that's like where you're grappling onto stuff in an imaginary land.
Is it like is it like a white background and there's just like red vines or something?
No, it's like Minecraft, but you're just like swinging through Minecraft. But they fucking made the mistake of putting people on like little stools. So like I'm in VR and I'm swinging through shit, and they're like, "Here's this little tiny stool," and everybody's just like, "Whoa!" Just like almost falling off them.
They all fall off.
Yeah,
fucking idiots.
It makes you dizzy, but I certainly had a lot of fun. There was a bow and arrow game.
I did kind of want to play VR for Resident Evil, but then I realized the headset was like $400,
Yeah.
which is almost.
Oh,
I think that's more than the console itself.
Yeah, that
The
is
PS4?
more.
Unless it's a PS4 Pro.
I don't even know the pricings, but
They're like
I just remember
500.
I was like, oh, I could get a VR
But still, like-
headset, and then I looked and I was like, fuck,
I mean, 400 still almost 500. That's an insane
that's a
amount.
whole
And
console.
then if you want to get one on PC, you have to be like 400, but then also your computer has to be like
VR ready.
good.
I think.
My
I mean,
computer's
if you,
VR
have
ready.
if you have a pretty modern motherboard, I think it can do VR.
Look at-
Motherboard, CPU,
Hmm?
not your motherboard. Nope.
Don't the CPU or the motherboards have to have it? Or maybe I'm thinking 3D printing.
What?
Yeah,
What?
'cause I bought a motherboard that said
for-
it was like 3D printing ready. Like there's a port that you plug a 3D printer thing into.
It's like I think the most important is your CPU and your graphics card for being VR ready. But the motherboard is just a connection, so if those aren't good enough, then it won't even communicate to the motherboard. Nerd.
Well, either way, if it's $400, it better perform fellatio and do your taxes for that much freaking money.
Does your Xbox do that?
What? I don't have an Xbox, so
Yeah, you do.
no, I don't. I got rid of it.
You got rid of your 360.
Yeah, because 360 suck.
But you still have your computer, right?
Yeah, no, I still
Yeah.
have my laptop.
But you don't play games anymore.
Well, I mean,
Bogey.
He's like,
man,
I
I
don't
gotta go
have
to
time.
school. I have to go to collage. Man.
School and jobs.
Oh yeah. Which I had a great experience leaving today from school. I was
Because you got out early.
That's too, but I was walking down because WSU has those big old sidewalks that are like 10 feet long that people can
Drive
walk.
a car on.
'Cause actually-
do that
Actually,
often.
speaking of driving a car on, I was passing right by the student center, and there was a lady who was like, "Hey, this is kind of embarrassing, but am I on the sidewalk?" And I went, I was like, absolutely.
Yeah.
You are absolutely on this fucking sidewalk.
Did she think it was like the tiniest one way ever? Like, why am I driving on this skinny
Yeah,
road?
And yeah,
Wait,
and-
was she in one of those little white motor cars?
no, she was in her
In
car.
her car.
Her,
What?
her fucking minivan on the fucking sidewalk. And I was like, yeah, you're on the sidewalk.
Parked right in front of the student center?
She was like, do you know where the student center is? As she was parked 10 feet in front of the student center.
Dude, I wonder if she got in trouble for that.
She might have been. Oh,
I don't
because whenever you look up on most campuses, if you're on Google Maps, it'll
Yeah.
show up right where it is. So then maybe she was like, there's a parking lot over there.
Oh, so
Well,
she
there
Why
is
am I on the
parking,
skinny
like,
one
kinda
way?
right.
This skinny one. Why are there all these kids walking down the skinny one?
Wait. So
Why are
how
these
the
kids
hell-
on the street?
So how the hell did she get
20
her
points
car
if you
up
hit
there?
her.
Because
There's poles. There's split pillars on them.
yeah, there's poles. So I'm like, how'd you get past them?
Well, she went in the kind of back way around the RSC, so there's just a tiny little sidewalk, and so she just went whoop up on
There
that
are some
sidewalk.
where it doesn't do.
Dude,
Where it
she
doesn't
shoulda
have the
got
pillars in
arrested.
it.
I was gonna say normally the WSU cops drive on that sidewalk and stuff, but
Well, what did you get to watch her do the complicated reverse?
it was so there was also a circle little area right there.
Oh,
so it was her turning around and stuff.
Watch her just drive through the arms.
Is
Is this the right place?
I like looked back as I was walking away, and there was a student like right behind her, and I was like, "Oh man, she's gonna cream this poor kid."
That's fucking crazy.
I know, right?
Well, I mean, I guess maybe she saw one of those other carts that always do drive on the.
Oh, like little
The
golf
road.
carts, I guess. But I mean, a golf cart's a little different from a fucking minivan.
It's not just any minivan; it's a Chrysler. One of those big ass motherfuckers.
Boom. Yeah,
Uh,
that's my fun story. All right, that was my podcast. I'll see you guys
Alright, see you
later. And now, boom.
So I wanted to talk to you guys about something.
Uh-oh.
And I've talked to
Serious.
Keelan about it here and there, and I've said I wanted to talk about it before. So we're actually going to have a topic to talk about today.
Whoa.
Not
What?
just off the
Wow.
chain kinda
Hizzy?
shit.
Hey, we had a topic last time.
Yeah.
Our topic's always
Well, I mean, it went off. a
it
little bit,
literally
but-
goes like just random jargon, and then it's somewhere in there is movie talk, and then there's Call of Duty, and then
Always Call of Duty.
that's like
God dang it.
Gonna bring it up this time too.
No!
probably.
Don't do it.
But yeah, so I've been having some weird stuff showing up on my feed through YouTube lately, and I kind of delved down into this rabbit hole
Oh,
a little bit,
no.
and I just keep finding stranger and stranger things.
So just outtakes from the Stranger Things show?
Oh no, they're talking about canceling that entire show period. But anyways,
Oh!
so I've been having a lot of. I hope it's gonna show up.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, yes.
Oh, boy!
So
You get it.
We're working on our technology here.
Yeah.
I'm
Technical
cat-
difficulties.
We got the massive overboard
So
TV.
a lot of this is just gonna be a lot of our description, but basically what I've found on my YouTube feed is women trying on bikinis
Bikini haul. Try
and
Secret for long legs, smiley face.
yeah. So this particular person here, who I won't mention unless you really want to know, just hit me up and I'll give you a name. But
Send me
yeah,
the
yeah.
DMs.
You gotta tell
I
them
really
that we
want to
sent
see
you
this
that.
girl try on these bikinis, man.
Hey man, I mean, this kind of goes into my entire thesis here.
Well, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people
Jesus.
want to see this girl try on bikinis. She's pretty
well,
I can already tell she's probably like a vegetarian or a vegan. Like, she definitely occasions coffee shops and is pretty snooty.
cute. You don't know her life.
she probably is snooty. Most like really attractive women are kind of snooty.
It's kind of weird watching these kind of videos with no audio. Like, she's behind a white backdrop, and she's
She's
just
got
talking.
full moon glasses on.
Yeah, like
And,
she uses her hands
like-
a lot when she's
like
talking.
almost Ben Franklin bifocal.
So
Is she in a bikini right now? She's in one right now.
I think we're
My
gonna skip
gosh.
ahead a little bit.
I was gonna say all I can tell because there's no audio. All I'm just looking at is her jewelry clank around.
Yeah,
she's
so
got 2 necklaces.
it's like
Too many.
Fuck, let's
Too
go.
many necklaces.
Let's get into the meat and potatoes of this shit, bitch. Let's go. All
Yeah,
right.
get it-
Oh, whoa! Okay,
So-
skipped right to it. All right.
So the whole purpose of her channel is to try on. I wouldn't say just bikinis, but she tries on clothes. But usually bikinis are
Mhm.
thrown in there.
How many
and
views
as
does she
she-
get?
Whoa!
I think all three of us would agree. She's got a pretty
Yeah.
10 out of 10 body.
We're pretty much watching porn right now.
Gosh dang it.
I wouldn't say porn, but I mean,
We're welcoming porn to the Nobodies podcast right now.
I wouldn't call
It had to- it had to
I
get
wouldn't
there
call this
eventually.
pornographic. I
Yeah.
don't think this is technically pornographic.
Okay.
I wouldn't say it is. But I mean, let's just be real here for a second. Let's say you're a 12,
Whoa.
13-year-old
Oh,
boy.
whoa!
Okay.
She's going
Whoa.
under boob here.
Okay.
That's
Hell yeah.
oh,
Keep-
she did that on purpose.
Okay. Oh, and something funny about this is I watched this whole video. She's like, she's worried that the mailman's gonna like peek through her window or something. I'm like, oh, so you're worried about your mailman, but you're okay broadcasting this for like what 11 million people to look at.
Yeah.
So
The mailman,
you're kind of.
disgusting. The 11
very
million
strange.
strangers watching me, go for
That's
it.
what I'm saying. If the three of us were to walk up to her and be like, "Hey, you got a rockin' body," she'd probably be like, "The fuck away from me, that." But
Would you ever go up to a girl and say you got a rocking body?
if I saw her on the streets, I'd be like, "Hey, I watch your channel.
Yeah, I
I'm
watch
subscribed to your
I'm
channel."
subscribed.
Oh,
You
are
got a
you
nice
subscribed to her?
I
channel?
subscribed to her so I could get more shit like this
Yeah.
to talk about it.
Oh, okay.
But
A likely story, Brett. Uh-huh.
yeah, I'm over here like. So, being a 12, 13-year-old and this just randomly pops up on your feed, I mean, you're going to have,
That's dangerous.
you got, how many, I don't know how many videos she has, but you got yourself a pretty good stockpile and quite an entryway into some, like, kind of softcore, like,
dang, what the
fapping
heck?
material. I mean,
All I'm
like I said,
saying-
this isn't pornographic. Like, she's literally just trying on bikinis and she's showing off like her ass.
What's the thumbnail?
The thumbnail?
The thumbnail
Does
is
she
like
have her in
her
a-
I think
modeling
it's
of
that
a
Yeah,
outfit right there.
see, that's why it's weird.
So
because-
yeah, she definitely clickbaits too, being like, "Hey, look at my voluptuous ass."
But the weird part is that every single bikini is a thong. Like
pretty much. I mean, like,
Yeah,
look how
basically.
much material is there between her legs. Like,
There's not much.
if it was
at
any
all.
thinner, you'd be seeing a little bit of that.
It's
gooch.
like 2 pieces of dental floss are holding together a banana hammock for ladies, and that's it.
I'm pretty sure there was another one that was like even thinner
But
to
all
the
of
point
them
where
look
she
the
had. It was
same.
so thin. I think she actually like.
Like what? I don't
Covered
know.
it up.
How long is this video?
she's just cycling through bikinis.
Yeah, but it's like she's taking her sweet time on them.
Right. I mean, I think
Like
she's saying her cover stories are like, "Oh, I'm trying on bikinis. That's how you're gonna look." But I think it's like
No,
I
it's for
think
the
she's getting a
views.
lot of reviews from men and little
Yeah.
boys who probably stumble across this. And I mean, you can see her camel toe almost. Look at that. You can see the line.
Yeah.
God damn.
I mean,
If I was a
obviously,
12-year-old man, shit, I'd have a whole bottle of Jergens gone
But
by
I
the end of the day.
Jergens.
it's like weird, but it's not weird at the same time because you could also say all the bikinis that she's wearing, it'd just be normal if like you were at a pool.
That is
Well,
You'd
true.
be
yeah,
like,
I'm
oh
not
wow,
saying-
that's a cool bikini.
I'm not saying anything she's wearing is like
Yeah.
for sex or nothing. It's not like you're gonna walk into a bedroom with this. Like, it's a bikini. Like, she's wearing something like she could walk out on a beach right now if she wanted to.
But
But still, she's definitely just going for the views.
it just
with
is
it.
very strange to be like, oh, look at, because
No, but
nobody's
you gotta
got
think-
her exact body, so
I'm
it's
gonna-
like, okay, and she's showing off her ass a lot, so it's like, yeah, you're kind of showing the bikini like how far it rides up, but at the same time, it's like, see, look at that.
I'm gonna
See, I'm
play-
paranoid that the postman is going to look through it. I'm like, what are you afraid of? He's going to just jerk off all over your window or something?
I'm gonna go on her side for a little bit and say,
Playing
it's-
devil's advocate.
yeah, I'm playing. But it might not even be the devil's advocate because out of everything that could be reviewed on YouTube, don't you think that bikinis would be bound to be reviewed? I'm not sure if she's
That's
reviewing it
obvious.
because we can't hear, but she's a model.
She does talk about it.
She
She does
could
say
definitely be
like,
a
oh,
model.
if it's like this, and it kind of rides up my ass a little bit, it makes my asshole tickle. Like, she is talking about the bikini. It's not like she's over here like talking about something else. I just think like the fact it just seems more like a clickbait kind of
Get you in.
get you in to watch her. She's like borderline a cam girl, but without showing the goods.
But
And there are some people like this.
but there could
they
also
do have-
be
They do have Patreons that you can pay money for to see a little bit more
More.
promiscuous
Ooh.
photos.
See that now she's missing an opportunity here where she could do lingerie reviews.
But I think then it gets. I think once you get
Yeah,
into
it might get
lingerie, that might
flagged.
get in
Flagged by
trouble.
YouTube, maybe.
So this is being
But I mean,
she
lingerie.
can put ads on this.
A lot of
video.
time, lingerie is not even that more revealing than that. I
Do you
mean, there
know?
is some, but yeah, she could almost wear some sorts of
Yeah,
lingerie.
but like,
Do you know
does
if
she
this
get
is
ad
monetized?
revenue from this? Do you know? She,
If it isn't, I mean, I didn't get an ad. I don't
Okay,
think.
well,
Let me try another video.
I was gonna say, have you ever gotten an ad on one of these?
I don't know, but I'm sure she has a Patreon. I bet it's down here in her info.
So is it like just all bikinis? I mean, I
No,
don't.
this looks
assume
like
you've
it's a
watched-
vlog here that she's doing now.
I don't know. Has it been like just all bikinis? I don't assume you've watched every single one of her videos.
Yeah, I mean,
I
she
would
has more like that, but I don't see a. She's got Instagram. She's got a website, so there's no like.
I have to assume she's a model because like people are missing out.
She's definitely
not a model.
Yeah, she's definitely just an Instagram
She
model.
talks
at the
about a
least.
lot of weight loss stuff. Does a
Yeah.
lot of yoga challenges.
She's definitely an
Yeah.
Instagram model at the
meal
least.
plans.
But it's something
Botox
that
and fillers reviews. From,
Definitely, when you first look at it, it's a little odd to review bikinis. But she was like shaking her butt and showing under boob there. It's kind of like what was that video with the lady that was cooking sandwiches, but she's just totally naked.
Yeah, she's like totally naked, and she just did it for the.
She
videos.
blurted out and stuff like that.
So I've got another.
See,
video.
if
this video, I don't even remember how I came across it, but the beginning is gonna be quite shocking.
Root killer. It is quite shocking. I mean, she obviously is having weed problems. You know, you gotta take a look at that.
This isn't the same girl though.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
So this guy's got a Rudy problem.
Huh.
Just talking to his wife, who appears to have just gotten out of the shower. He's got a towel on.
So he's talking about
He's talking about root killer.
but
and
he's
To his
also showing his almost naked wife.
yeah,
like
who's just like got this.
she's
this little
got some
towel.
pretty tiggle bitties.
Yeah.
And she's just wearing a towel.
Yeah.
Like
Barely-
if she were to drop
They're
it down,
about to plop out right
like
now.
yeah,
for sure.
if she were to let go of that, like just a little bit,
It would be gone. Yeah.
and she ain't bad looking. I'm not gonna lie,
And-
but
oh god.
So
Damn.
she's definitely a milf if I ever seen one. Possibly even a gilf.
It's
She looks like she could have grandchildren. And I'm not talking.
Nah.
So okay, I guess we need to talk about my terminology in terms of gilfs and sylphs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So when I say gilf, I mean
What's
that
a
could range
sylph?
a senior. I like to because remember
Senior,
I told
okay.
you that women are getting pregnant younger and younger. So now milfs can now be teens. Jesus
sorry, that was me reacting to that.
So milfs now can be from ages like, you know, hopefully
But
let's
you're
just say
saying,
let's
like-
just generalize, say 18 to like fucking 30.
Okay.
But then I mean even then because it
that still
depends.
wouldn't count them as a senior.
No,
Yeah.
hold on.
You have to be a certain age. to be a senior.
The senior citizen I like to fuck is the new term that I had to create because gilfs now can be like this girl here. She might be maybe in her
She could be
40s,
your grandma, yeah.
almost 50, could be a grandma. So now she's a gilf because
If
my
she got
mom.
older.
I'm not saying I'm just saying my mom is like almost. She's not even 50 and she's a grandma. So
Okay.
like you see now that the ages are going back, and I mean I think most people become grandmas when they're around 40-ish. I think would say.
I feel like it's
depending
more
on
towards
when you have
50, depending. But yeah.
I think it just depends on like when you have a kid and then when your kid has a kid. So like me, I had a kid when I was 21.
Yeah.
Or 22. 22.
Okay.
Because
There
it was
we go.
last year. So my mom had me when she was 20, I think, or maybe the same age. So she's in her 40s.
Yeah, she's in her 40s, so
And
dang.
so now she's a grandma. And so now that women are having kids and grandkids and stuff at younger ages, gilfs can be like, we can't just say that gilfs are from like, oh, this age to 100. Nah, because once you get into like the 70s, then you're pretty much a senior citizen.
Well, 65 is senior citizen.
Is that what it's like?
I'm counting down the days until I can get half off at like Village Inn, dude. That's why.
Okay,
half
so
off?
let's say
I don't know. I think so.
I don't know. Senior
That's why there's
citizens
so
get
many
all
old,
sorts
old
of shit.
people there.
It's like,
Like the-
if
yeah,
you're
they
not
go,
if you're not
"I'll do special."
handicapped in the army or a senior citizen, you don't get jack shit for benefits at a restaurant. I'm just saying. No
You gotta
offense
be
to
an
anybody.
old- yeah. You gotta be
Anyway,
an old
Screw
person.
you if you're
So
handicapped.
65 and older, I guess that makes you like a senior citizen. So like my mom's gonna be a grandma for like 20 years before she's a senior citizen. So now you got women that are senior citizens and they're still grandmas. Even beyond that, probably.
But
so
even if
now
they didn't-
now they've become senior citizens. I'd like to fuck.
Yeah, but even if they
Assuming
didn't
that there
have
was
children,
somebody.
even if they didn't have children, it'd still be 65 when they're a senior citizen.
Right, but I'm just saying that
So you're just talking about rare 65-year-olds that look hot.
if there, I'm not, yeah, like I don't know anybody that is, but
You could look up hot 65-year-old on
I
the
who wants
internet.
it? Who wants to?
I definitely don't want to.
I'll look it up
Anyways.
while we're talking.
Oh my
See if we can find
But the
a
point
hot
is that
65.
this is
There are-
a
well, there
semi
was that
older
one
I'm
guy.
gonna type in
There was
hot
that one
senior
guy on
citizens.
H3H3.
Yeah, but he was banging like ugly.
I mean,
senior
I
citizens.
I draw my limit. I think at like 60 because I feel like once you get past 60, they're not really that good looking. But I think it just depends on if they keep their body up. But I think once they get to 60, it's like they're kind of. I'm like, I don't really find you attractive anymore. Anyways,
But the point is that this woman is randomly in the kitchen drinking coffee with just a bath towel on next to an open window.
Yeah,
and Stu's just like, I need weed killer.
I typed in hot senior citizen in the Google images, and it's just a bunch of senior citizens staying hydrated because I thought it's like this is like some grandma with a water bottle. Like she's like, oh, I'm hot.
I think this is.
You
I'm gonna type in
dirty.
sexy. There we go.
No,
I think this
you two are
is-
dirty. It was supposed to keep it clean.
Sexy senior citizen.
I think this is the same woman. So this is that mom again. Now she's showing off her abs, a little bit of under boob.
Oh,
Like,
that's the same channel as this one.
I think it's like her. I think she has her.
So
own
what
channel.
the topic is just random normal videos where they add their hot wife or their booty into it,
Yeah, and it's just for the.
and then
Like, there's
that's the
hardcore
thumbnail.
underboob.
That always ends the thumbnail. But what is?
Is he gonna punch her?
He's gonna
he's-
punch her
what
in
the
the
fuck?
abs.
He's
She's got
seeing
abs of steel.
Okay,
dude.
so he's gonna punch.
Well, that is the
her
title of this. 51-year-old farm girl has abs of steel. See, she's
to
pretty,
see how strong her abs are. But
she's
there is
pretty good looking for being 51.
there is literally no reason to pull your shirt above your boobs. in
right.
that
She
scenario.
doesn't need
You
it
just
up
pull
that
them up.
high. She's got. Hella
She's literally
underboob.
showing half of her tits on there for
Yeah.
no reason. Just
Well, you know what's
because the
crazy?
video-
I think a lot of.
You
I
into
don't-
that radar right there?
You know it, dude.
A senior citizen biting her
Like
glasses.
right there,
Right-
she could have just
Right
left her
behind
shirt
Denny's
right
at
there.
8 a.m.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So there's that. It's like I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what the fuck's going on with this channel really, but this guy, definitely using his wife as clickbait, and I don't blame him because she is pretty rocking. So
Yeah, I was gonna say we complained about it, but if we were in that situation, we'd do probably the exact same thing, which is unfortunate, but whatever.
so this next video is I don't know if you can see from
Oh,
that
there's an
little
ad.
bit of,
So there's an ad. They got
from
ad
that little
revenue.
bit of thumbnail. So this is gonna improve with Martha.
Marta.
It's Marta,
Marta.
dude.
Shit.
Right.
Well, anyways,
Get wrecked.
All right.
just-
You're gonna
I
have
thought-
to edit this podcast.
Okay,
Oh,
so is she gonna be jiggling those?
you would be correct because this is
That's
a
what
jump
I
rope,
assumed.
jump with rope on
It
window.
said jump rope
Jump with
Jump
rope
with-
on window.
This is what the title says: jump with rope on window.
on window.
Improve with Marta.
Is she gonna go onto the window?
I mean,
and
even in the
physically
click,
jump?
look, even in the thumbnail, her boobs.
Are against the window.
No, not against the window. She's mid jump and her boobs.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. There's
Yeah.
like a certain angle where it's just like
So
basically
she's-
trying to go down her shirt.
I wish I could put the slow mo on right now because I wanna preface what she's
wait.
going.
Hold on. So, this is a workout video, but
I don't
they're
know
not
what
even
this is. It's
showing-
just her jumping
Yeah.
rope, but
They're just showing her like not
She's
even
jump
above her
roping from
waist,
the side.
above her like belly button.
like her tits are about to fall
Okay,
out.
there we go. Now we get a full body thing.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
Oh
Then
no,
it's
now
like
it's
Like they're doing a lot of side shots because they want to show off her boobs jiggling.
definitely on purpose. But she's talking.
She's talking about. I don't know what she's talking about, but
She's communicating.
there is a option on YouTube in the on the
That's
desktop
gonna
version.
hurt.
The desktop version, you can slow down
Yeah.
the video.
Oh.
Yeah.
So can you?
Oh, did you see that?
Dang.
You do it at the same time. Oh, let's do it.
Whoa!
instantly.
What is that?
What the heck's going on?
That was a anime. Yeah. that
Whoa.
was
Oh man.
Definite anime. Tit jiggle right there. But see, it says improve.
What the hell?
See, that's what the video's doing.
The video's just like glitching, but I think that's just like.
It says improve
she's
with
doing.
Marta, but it's like.
Oh, thanks for pulling up my old YouTube vid.
Yeah.
dude.
Oh my god!
That's the real
radar.
hot stuff right there, bro.
That's
we need
radar.
audio for this one.
Yeah,
but
we need
I didn't
audio
mean for that to pop up because that was a surprise.
I like the story. We all know what Brett's really been going to town on.
Ballad of the Lost Sock.
Yeah.
So,
I remember this video.
So yeah, that one I think deliberately was made to be like, hey, look at my boobs jiggle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for sure.
That's hardcore.
Because I mean, who's gonna upload a jump rope tutorial? Or she didn't even. That was like 50 seconds. She didn't even show anything
Oh
significant
yeah,
about
he
like
showed me
jumping.
this
rope.
one.
This
Okay,
one,
you
it
can't
won't-
look around though,
Yeah, it won't work.
but you
So-
can still see what she's doing. She's just walking around.
Yeah. So this is one of those like
360.
panoramic cameras where like you can rotate your phone and look all over the place. So this girl here, this fine looking young lady, looks like she's in Tokyo. I would imagine. I don't know.
I don't think that's Tokyo.
Thailand.
Thailand?
Looks
Let's
like
see.
I don't know. I'm gonna go with Singapore.
Anyway, she's across the globe. She's got herself a panoramic camera, which is those ones that you can rotate around the camera with and whatnot. She's just walking through a plaza, and she's wearing a very revealing outfit, which is comprised of a Flintstone-esque looking kind of bra or bikini top, and then a really short shorts.
Like
I would almost
short.
I would almost surmise that if I was standing behind her, I would see her butt cheeks very nicely, and I'd be really enthused about that. But just from the side view here, we can see there's not a whole lot covering up them those boobies there. I mean, there's a lot of side boob. I can't tell if there's any under boob, but mostly just the very like a front, like a little triangle is covering up.
Yeah, there's
her
just
frontal.
like nothing there,
And
and it
she's
looks
just
like
walking
it was
around in public.
knitted. You guys
It
notice?
does look kind of knitted. It
Yeah.
kind of looks like
her
your grandma
crochet
could have
bra.
made that.
Oh god.
Her grandma.
Hey
might have
grandma,
crocheted
can you
that.
knit me a bra real fast? I'm about to do a YouTube vid, and I need to wear only that.
she's got them.
I think
crochet
I would
tees.
almost surmise that the boobs are fake too. There's not a whole lot of jiggle to them.
They're fake, definitely.
But the
But it-
point is, there's like nothing else to this video.
And she's just
But her-
she's just walking through
hey,
public.
Hey. You
There's
could-
no audio. She's just walking around.
You could look around town. See
I mean,
what
you
she's going
could
to.
you could look over there.
I mean, that like, oh,
but
whoa.
most people are going to decide to look where.
Like I think that girl's like checking her out. Like what the fuck?
well, obviously.
She's probably like.
Also,
oh my
those
God.
cameras look pretty weird too. So I'm sure
Yeah.
people are looking like, "Whoa, she's holding up a weird camera."
It probably looks like she's just holding up like a giant stick with a spear.
or it
think
probably looks
something
like she's
like
just
that.
filming herself just right on her boobs, but
I'm-
then it's 360 everywhere.
I'm
Well,
not
But
gonna
yeah,
she's
lie.
not. She's not talking at all.
No,
Yeah.
she's just walking.
She's just
She's
walking.
walking.
This is just for a nice scenic view.
See, I think this is
Yeah.
alright.
What?
But what
I
I'm
mean, to
saying
be
is
fair,
this
that,
is like fapping material for teenagers.
Yeah.
Like if they were like if their parents were self-aware and strict enough to be like, all right, well you can be on the internet, but we're gonna restrict websites. So
Well,
he can't get on X Hamster or RedTube or Pornhub. This is his next best option because
I know, but wouldn't that mean all teens need good fat material? If
Right.
they got
And I
parent
think that
restrictions,
is
then they go
pretty
to
much-
this video, and then their day is made.
Yeah, but isn't that like,
but
you know?
but my question is, should this stuff be on here?
Yeah.
Because should this
I
be
don't think it
allowed
should
for
be
children?
monetized, but I think it should still be on it.
Now,
I am
now
down
think about
for-
I guess you can't think much about it as a parent, but if your child was on the internet, would you want him to like stumble across this and be like jacking it to it?
Oh, how old is he?
Let's I don't know. I
Let me
mean
say
that
13?
kind of
wanna
made me
say
think of
13,
another question that I
maybe?
had. What was your age that you were like exposed to pornographic material?
I'd probably say 11.
You think
But that
11?
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
But that was like
I would surmise
that was
the-
back whenever I was like typing into Google search like sex. But that wasn't like I'm looking up specific porn. It's like
I would, but I'm saying like
sex and
growing
then I'd be
up.
like, whoa.
Well, I mean, I can see this in your family. I can't really imagine that you would be any younger, but like you're saying 11 years old was like you
What do
would
you-
say the time that you were exposed to like watching adult material.
Yeah, but when it came down to the line, I'm fairly sure I remember first time hitting the JO was 5th grade.
The J-O?
What is the J-O?
The jerk off.
I'm not saying just jerk. I'm not saying like jerking off. I'm
No, but
just
that's
saying,
what
like,
I'm saying is that most of the time kids will just see these videos, but then they're like, I don't know what to do with it. I'm interested in it.
Well, I
but-
mean, I guess that is true. I guess
Yeah.
like if they're too young
and you
to
can't
like
shun them for being
do
like,
it,
they're gonna
it-
see it eventually.
because I would say the first time I did such activities was when I was
the
like
JO.
six.
Just say the JO.
Yeah.
No, it was like 7th or 8th grade, maybe.
I guess it just gets to the point where you're like, you have to decide, like, are you, like, you're too young to understand it. I still don't want you seeing it. you know?
I mean,
'Cause you
I
can't
guess in
comprehend
a
it.
sense I could understand like looking at this and not thinking otherwise about it because because obviously we're older than like these teens and we see this and we're like, oh man, like she's hot, like she's got some nice jugs. But like when we're like
milk.
13 or something, we're like, oh okay, just a weird video that I happen to stumble across. However, I would say I'm just spitballing here. I would almost say that I was probably 5 years old when I was exposed to like maybe even younger. I can't remember that too far back, but I know I had to have been pretty young.
So you're exposed to
Pretty,
what?
Yeah. Well,
Exposed to just watching, just seeing porn. Not
Who
not
was
like
watching porn
Huh?
when you're 5?
yeah, wait.
huh?
Who was watching porn when you were 5?
I don't want to throw any names.
I don't
out
even
there.
remember when I
remember,
only have like 2 memories of when I was 5.
Really?
So you're saying you
Really?
just
You
remember?
got a shit ass memory.
Yeah, you got
I
bad
remember.
memory,
I
dude.
remember certain things.
The only thing I remember when I was 5 was my birthday, turning 5.
Oh.
I remember.
I woke up and I walked upstairs. My mom was like, "Happy birthday!" And that's all I remember.
I don't.
I did a lot
I
of
just
dumb
remember like
stuff when I was
segments. I couldn't tell you like a full year's worth of shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's kind of weird how that works too. Like it's almost like you time travel in your mind, but it's like you're actually going through a full year, but you're not really 100% conscious until you're older. And then you're like,
Yeah. There you go.
fuck, man, it's only Thursday or something like that.
I was
You want
gonna say.
another brisky, Brett.
Sure.
I was gonna say I did a lot of stupid stuff when I was 5, from like 5 to 10, because I had like the IQ of apparently a kumquat from that age. So I hurt myself a lot. So I remember all of that. But yeah, I mean, other than that though, I don't remember anything from like 5 to 10. Besides that.
Well, while Keelan's away, I was gonna ask you. All right, I wasn't gonna ask you, but I had thought about it before.
Okay.
Because back when I first met you, I didn't really like you a whole lot. You just like, I think it was study hall in what grade was it? It was at Discovery.
So like 5th or
Challenger?
6th.
Yeah, we were in study hall together, and I think that was the first time I met you.
Oh
And
yeah.
something about you, like I don't remember. I just was like, I don't like this guy.
That's fair, because I was like, well, I was a bald, fat kid who like didn't really talk to people because I just moved to Goddard, and I mean, I was still weird. So.
I remember you talking a lot. I thought.
Oh, okay.
I think part of it that I was like, what the fuck is anybody find this funny about him? Is that everything you said was just funny to people or something?
Oh yeah.
And I
so-
was like, what? And I kind of remember you being kind of an asshole, but maybe that's just me. I don't know.
I was gonna say, I feel like I was trying to seem like an asshole, so because I thought I would fit in more like that. But then I
know
just
how I'm
got-
gonna make friends, Mom. I'm just gonna fucking piss people off.
I'm just gonna kick him in the crotch.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't quite remember, but I just remember back when I first ever met you, I was like, I don't like this guy. And then you like disappeared for the longest time because I think you had gotten sick or something.
Yeah, I had gotten encephalitis, which is swelling of the brain. It was
Oh,
gone for
yeah,
like
that's right.
the last quarter of 6th grade, and I remember that I bumped into someone from school, and they were like, "Oh my God, I thought you had died over the summer," and I went, "No."
Yeah,
No.
I do kind of remember a lot of people being like, oh, I think that guy like passed away or something.
I was gonna say I got a card, and I got a card from like the people in my class, but apparently my teacher didn't make it sound like I was gonna make it. So the card was like a goodbye card. It was like, it was nice to know you and stuff like that. I was like, Jesus,
Yeah.
I'm dead.
Yeah, that's crazy. So like, how did that all work out? Did you have surgery or something?
It was kind of weird because like the doctors don't know how it happened. I don't know how it happened. I ended up I like had a migraine headache, and it just kept going, and it kept getting worse, and I kept getting a higher and higher fever with it. So eventually they took me to the hospital, and it was in the ER. It was like emergency care, and the doctor who was assigned to me went, okay, let me see. And her immediate thought was, we got to perform a lumbar puncture. That was like what she went to immediately, and she was like, I'll tell you what it is, and it's just where they like stick a needle into your spinal cord and drain spinal fluid out of it to test to see what you have. And she was like, so you're like, I was like, so you, an 11-year-old, I will tell you what a lumbar puncture is.
As
I
we're
will-
doing it.
No, she's like, and then I'm gonna leave for 3 hours and make you just sit and anticipate when I'm going to come in and stab a frickin' needle into your goddamn back. So that was awful. And then she came in and she was like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna give you exactly one tiny shot of morphine. Then I want you to curl up into the fetal position on your side on the bed, and I was gonna try to jab it in there. So she ended up missing me she ended up not getting what she needed 4 times.
Ugh.
And she was like, God, this isn't gonna work. I guess we'll have to take you down to the lab where the boys do it with the machine. And I'm like, what? What? Why didn't you start with that? But yeah, so that's
you need a needle.
what?
What were we talking about?
It's like a big
Not liking Brett. I mean, not liking Radar.
Oh.
I was talking about the first time I met him, and I was
Yeah.
like, I didn't like him very much. But that kind of is kind of how I always started with everybody. I end up eventually
You just
really
hate them
liking.
all.
Yeah,
at
I didn't
first.
like him either whenever I first met him.
That's
I
fair.
just remember.
I'm just kidding.
I don't.
Oh.
Oh, I thought you were being serious.
No,
like,
I liked Radar whenever I first met him.
Okay, I was just assuming.
when
that
did you
was
meet
it.
him? Because I met him in like.
Well, because I met Radar in English class.
But that
Oh,
you
yeah.
must have been in
in
like high
freshman
school.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. At that
'cause
point,
I
I
was
don't
friends-
think he was the same. as
Or
he
no,
was.
okay, so it was freshman year.
Wasn't it Jim too?
I met Justice in Miss Greenway's class. And then sophomore year, we were in an English class together. Miss
Packard.
Packard.
Miss
yeah.
Packard's English class. Yeah, that's
and
right.
Then, and then I met you because we traded $15 in quarters
Oh
for
yeah.
Call of Duty World at War. Call of Duty time.
No.
Hang on, I'm not. What was the Call of Duty?
I
talk
literally
to?
brought my disc and he was like, "Here's $15," and it was a bag of fucking quarters. I was like, "Fuck you, Radar."
It was Justice talked me out of doing nickels and dimes because I had $15 in nickels and dimes I was gonna give you, and he went, "No, I like Keelan. Just give him the quarters."
And I used them. I never even like exchanged them for cash. It was just, like, I just used quarters for like the next couple days.
Oh
Wow.
my gosh. When did you possibly use $15 in quarters on? Did you
I
have
just-
to do your laundry?
It was high school, so I was probably just buying like.
Oh, stuff in the vending machine or something?
I swear, in high school, I worked as a lifeguard in the summer,
Right.
and then I would save the cash because I had cool parents, and they were like, would like buy me things that I needed, but then I would get the stuff that I wanted with my money. So I would save it, and every morning I'd go to Quick Trip, and then
Oh,
get 2 donuts, 2 chocolate donuts, and a milk chug. And so I'm pretty sure I probably used those $15.
Oh,
for
yeah,
some
that's
milk
right.
chugs
I
for, like,
remember.
the next 5 days or something.
I remember those 2 donuts in the milk jug because every time we got into your
Yeah.
car, there would be the remnants of those 2 donuts in that fucking milk jug.
There was always fucking
Multiple
donuts in his
milk
car,
chugs,
dude.
yeah.
I remember one time I sat on a fucking donut in his car. Didn't realize it until I got out, and I was like, I was sitting on a donut this whole time, and it was so hard that it didn't even do anything to my clothes,
Mhm.
as far as I know.
God.
I was like, Jesus Christ, dude, what the fuck?
I'm still pretty bad to my car, but not as bad as I was in high school, because
So there's-
especially once it got to like lifeguarding, because then it wasn't even school. I just had like shit in my car, and then like nobody would ever drive with me, and that's why my car gets bad now, because Megan gets like it's like motion sickness, but like when she's a passenger in the car,
Oh, okay. Is that why
she
she
could
likes
be
to
like in
drive
the
or
back. She
something?
always likes to drive because she
Okay.
gets like nauseous whenever someone else is driving, even if you could drive as smooth as possible, Megan. So we never like drive in my car with me driving. So like my passenger seat is just like a trash can that I just throw shit in.
You
There's
know,
no
I
one
look
to
at those
drive
fucking
with.
people at Dillon's that like the whole like passenger side of the car is just a mountain of trash.
I consider me alright
Trash.
because there's pictures of people with like dashboards, like up to their dashboard has like McDonald's shit.
That's just
Right now I know I have 2 cups on the floor and that's it, which is pretty good for me.
What do you mean by like cups? Are we talking about
Like 2 McDonald's or
like the drink cups or something?
Quick Trip cups or something.
Okay,
Yeah.
I thought you meant just like
I
an
mean,
actual like
no, not
cup.
cups.
I mean, everybody's got
You're
a
like-
little bit of trash in their car. I mean, I'm not.
That's
I'm
fair.
guilty of it, but I mean, like
I
when
more
I
have a
when I would
problem
get in your car, I'd be like, dude, there's a fucking donut in your seat.
I
What are
more
you
have a
doing?
problem with like clothing, jackets and stuff like that, just like on it. What is
I
this?
So my next video that I got here.
Okay, back
this
onto
is
topic,
I don't know
right?
what it says. It's all in Japanese, but it's basically just a photo shoot modeling kind of thing. I don't know why it's sideways. I don't know if it's just the aspect ratio. Or not, but
Hard.
we'll just let that play for a little bit. We can talk, but yeah. So
You know what we might be able to do is if you can, like we can edit the video over it. Just like,
What?
like
can we do that?
put the audio in?
No, just put like what we're watching without audio and just like have the video on it.
Is that
Would
I
that
mean,
be
that
even
would take you a while, wouldn't it, to do that?
No, I mean what I usually do if I need to if I want to take a video and use it for something, what I do is I would play this and then I would turn my graphics card on, just record through the video,
Mhm.
and then just take it and throw it in there.
It
So
might
I
take a
could
while,
do
but
that.
you know,
Yeah, you could do that.
I mean,
or add a still picture of it,
yeah, like
just so people.
I think
just
it's
grasp the
I
concept.
mean, I could do
have
that.
that sweet
There's a
thumbnail.
nice little Asian lady, modeling.
Yeah.
But that's what
You know
is.
what?
Is something
It's
crazy
so
gonna
hard.
happen here?
She
Just
just
let
modeling.
it play out. I was
Okay,
watching
let it
a
play out.
very cute looking.
She looks like she's in a nice little
Oriental
dress, a concealing dress.
I gotta tell
but
you,
I have a feeling it's gonna get inappropriate from
If I were
Brett's face.
single, I think I would be shotgunning for like a nice little Asian. I just think they're
Specifically
so. I just think they're so beautiful. I mean, if
Well-
you can find the right one, like obviously, I'm not trying to be mean again. There's just some that I'm like, you don't match my criteria. Like,
A Japanese girl.
I feel like the ones that I really like are the ones that are always models or they're on the internet or something. So it's like very hard. There are some girls that I've seen where I'm like, oh, you're pretty cute, but then like I think they just aren't Americanized enough that I could be on a social
like they haven't
Talk to
learned
them,
enough
you
of the
mean?
culture, you mean, or
it's just
Or
kind of
like
like
in
they're
a-
a foreign exchange student from,
Oh, right.
and they're at WSU. It just make it very difficult to maintain a relationship.
yeah. Oh, okay. This is where
right.
it changed.
Yeah,
She went from
uh-huh.
like a dress to like I don't know, like a.
So yeah, she went.
Do you guys remember the Pussycat dolls and like what they would wear on stage all
Yeah,
the
yeah.
time? This is
No.
what
I
it
know.
was basically.
Yeah, so she's in like I guess a swimsuit kind of thing now, but the color of her skin is just so great. It's like
What the
Like,
heck?
pale.
That was.
Brett's just like,
She's
you
got
want to
some-
see what I'm really into, guys?
Yeah, let me just
she's
show this on the podcast.
she's got a very nice body. I love the color of her skin and her thighs. Oh baby, I just want to squeeze them. I just want to give them a nice squeeze.
Excuse me.
So yeah, so
Oh,
there's
man.
there's this too. I wouldn't say this is like nearly as like
This isn't shocking. It's still like
Yeah.
models.
It's still,
right.
It's
This
just
is
like
more
showing
model.
us-
This is more model esque than these other fogies that we were watching earlier.
That was pretty crazy though, of how concealing her first outfit
Yeah, it
was,
was,
and then
and
just being
then-
like, damn.
And I was
and
like,
then it was just like a dramatic.
well, and then
shift.
look at the fucking look at the shit between her crotch. There's hardly anything. Well, I mean, I guess it.
But this is a model.
That's pretty
so
thick.
it
That's some
makes
pretty
sense.
thick material.
Yeah, and I mean it.
Now
looks
get
like-
ready for your minds to be blown because I found
Okay.
this.
Whoa, okay, more
Oh,
girls
okay.
in leotards,
Leotards.
or whatever it is. Like
No,
I would say that's
that's the same
pantyhose.
outfit as the last one. So where they have like the Miley Cyrus
No,
jacket.
that's like a leotard. So they like.
I don't know what
It's like a
I don't know
full
what
body
they're-
swimsuit, but with long sleeves. Oh,
Yeah, it's,
okay, we've got two Asian girls looking like they're about to scissor. We're watching porn at this point, guys. This is the porn podcast.
Oh man, this podcast.
Whoa.
Okay.
This is porn, dude.
What are you
So-
doing, Brett?
So this is on YouTube.
This is on
This
YouTube.
is on YouTube.
Oh yeah, that's what's shocking about it is that this.
Wait,
is
so
on YouTube,
this
yeah.
is, and they're not like flagging this or anything. There's no like inappropriate like tags.
It's
with
got
it? It's like-
7.6
for a
1,000
second.
likes.
Yeah, for a second I was like, Brett, why are you just showing us porn? But it is on YouTube.
It's
yeah.
on YouTube.
Everything I'm showing you is on YouTube.
And this
I'm not
is
I'm not on any special
This
website.
girl is touching her vagina.
There's no
is-
like revealing flesh or anything like that.
Yeah,
it's,
but-
it's
Dude,
over
she's
it's over the legging pants thing.
leotard, man.
What-
Leotard.
whatever.
it's
It's
over the
over-
leotard.
So there's no skin contact.
she
There's
is-
nothing being revealed.
But it's
It's just two foreign Asian
They are
ladies rubbing-
essentially rubbing their vaginas together.
Rubbing their
and
gooches.
It's not. I mean, this is. Oh yeah, they're.
Yeah, their vaginas are touching, and it's on YouTube, and that's
But
weird.
How are they allowing that? But they flag like someone for saying shit once in a video.
Yeah. Well, I'm
So-
sure this isn't monetized, but it's still on YouTube. Like,
Yeah, it's still on YouTube. It hasn't been taken off.
this
either.
is considered to where someone could definitely fap to this and be like,
Yeah.
it's kind of a weird fap though, if I say so myself.
This is
Like
like
very odd. Like
this is just flat out.
it looks more like
Honestly.
she's playing with the elastic around the vagina that is
like
covering it.
it's definitely some soft core kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's
going on.
definitely.
Oh,
soft.
now
I
it's
gotta-
humping. Now they're
Yeah,
humping.
now they're doing
Yeah.
the dry hump.
I've got to take a phone call. Real quick.
Which
Okay.
I mean, to be honest, like as soon as it enters into humping territory, it's flat out. It's
Yeah.
there.
So Brett left the room, but he's just leaving this stuff.
He's leaving this on, and Keela and I are just awkwardly like kind of looking at each other like, what do we do now?
Yeah.
Oh, they're going for it now.
Oh.
They are going. Oh, they are
Wow.
getting into it.
This is what I'm saying. We should add the video over this so people know what we're seeing.
but
Because
then,
this is just straight two girls just kind of like
going at it.
This is a scissor right here.
Yeah,
that's a scissor.
That's a scissor.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
We'll show a picture of a pair of scissors
at this
at this point, and we'll go like, this is what it means.
at this point, it seems almost impossible to like change topic with this video on.
I don't
we-
even know what we could go into next. I feel like Brett's topic was I'll start out with like, oh man, isn't it evil that they're just all these women are purposefully going
Yeah,
for views by
clickbait,
doing
yeah.
bikinis, and then I'll lead them into softcore porn, and that's how we'll end the.
And then I'll leave the room.
I'll leave the room.
Let them at it.
Oh my.
Oh,
gosh.
now we got
Oh,
toe sucking going
yeah.
on here. Yeah, this
This-
shouldn't be on YouTube.
This is no.
I'm okay with the other videos being on YouTube, but this one's like
This is like.
yeah, close up of her sucking some toes. Right
Yeah, and I don't know how long this video is. I feel like it's been 20 minutes, but I know it hasn't.
Yeah,
Oh my
this
gosh.
one's pretty crazy. But
Okay, this is.
yeah,
oof.
we can jump into something else. We could go back to how we met in English class because I
Okay.
remember that class a lot. I remember the vocab tests specifically. Do you remember
Oh,
those?
Yeah, all those vocab tests.
But they were like, I can't remember. There was something super specific about them that I hated.
I feel like it was probably that like.
Miss Packard, she was nice.
Yeah, she was nice, but her tests were somewhat specific. When it came to the vocab, like she really liked vocab. She
That
was
was-
all out.
Yeah,
with
that's-
vocab.
That's why it was weird, was because most English classes is like, okay, occasional vocab, but this was like vocab pop quiz and then vocab test every Friday.
Yeah,
And it was
that
like,
weird.
is this English class or is this just like learning words class?
Crazy.
Okay, well, Brett's back in the room so he can
That
maybe
was,
pause this video of just straight porn going on.
100% pointless phone call.
Oh, okay.
That's how I
My
enjoy it.
wife decided to call me because I put her Dove chocolate back earlier,
Mm.
and she's like, "Why did you put my chocolate back?" I was like, "Cause it's motherfucking $5. We don't have money for that shit."
What do you mean, put it back? When
Like,
you guys
what
were
do you
shopping?
mean? Yeah,
Yeah, like she
Oh,
was
okay.
checking out,
How
and
dare you put her
put it
Dove
back.
chocolate back?
dude. Now she's gonna go to the store and get the
I
Dove
had
chocolate.
one final video, and I'm having trouble.
Oh, so
That's
we're gonna
it,
go from
that's-
softcore to hardcore then.
Yeah,
I
this
see.
one's just gonna be straight porn.
Straight-
I found it the other day.
When I was like, I'll be back on the podcast again. It was a pretty fun time last time. I was expecting Brett to go like, and here comes the porn.
Yeah.
Porncast.
Okay.
I wonder if there is a
Like-
podcast where people just talk about porn.
I guarantee you it's a thing where,
Yeah.
but they would have to bring like
You know,
on porn stars.
Oh, maybe that.
I was
oh.
I was thinking, I've been thinking for the past week, I'm like, I think what we need to do to differentiate ourselves from other podcasts, because it seems like every podcast kind of has like a gimmick a little bit.
Mhm.
Some of them do, but well, I mean, like there's a lot, because I listened to a podcast called Never Seen It, and it's a bunch of comedians rewriting movies they've never seen. So they write a script to Blade Runner 2049,
Yeah.
but they've never seen it, so they make up this like script just based on what little they know about it,
Mhm.
and then they
They
act
go
it out.
Yeah.
So it's really funny. And I'm like, okay, so there's that, and then we listen to like the true crime podcast, Sword and Scale, and then you listen to what's that other guy, this past week,
This past weekend.
and it's like everybody's got like a little bit of a gimmick.
Theo Von. He doesn't have a gimmick.
I wouldn't say a gimmick, but it's like they've got like a theme or they got something going on. I'm like,
Yeah.
we gotta have something going on. So
So-
all we're doing is just
So what you're saying is,
Talking.
if we invite porn stars onto the podcast,
Okay.
we're gonna start a full-fledged pornography
It's just called the Porncast.
porn.
I'm
And
so
we're just gonna talk about
Nobody's Porncast.
We'll just talk about
I'm so glad I'm sharing this
will-
on my Facebook page when it gets.
I will say that we wouldn't be the first people to have a porn star on a podcast before, though, because there's Tiger Belly. They had Asa Akira on there because they're actually friends.
it's not
Oh, okay, there you go. That's different.
like I don't understand how
I think someone had Sasha Grey on there. It's pretty cool.
All right.
Sasha Grey's like, have you ever seen her recently? She's like, she's done with porn and she's like an actor and doing
Yeah,
good.
she's in a.
Oh,
She was in a
really?
movie with Elijah Wood.
Yeah, I watched that
Really?
movie.
It was a good movie.
That's crazy.
You thought so?
I did.
What
I thought
movie
it was
is it?
interesting.
I thought it
Windows.
was
Something Windows or
Dark Windows.
Dark Windows.
It's
Wait,
like-
I didn't even realize. Really? That's Sasha Grey?
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that it was good for an indie movie.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I saw her in it. I didn't realize she was.
Yeah, that was Sasha Grey. That was the girl. That was
They got like.
you could see
kidnapped.
her in the movie with Elijah Wood, and then also see her getting gangbanged by like 6 people
What?
on the internet.
on the
Oh.
internet,
I just
not
thought she
in
was
the
a porn
movie.
star. Yeah, not
Like
in the
not in
movie.
that movie.
Like, dude.
Okay, what is this?
Not related to what I'm.
I was just
I'm
saying.
trying to. There's
We're
a
watching
video.
Yeah, we're
a church
watching
recording.
a church Christian jam here.
Yeah, it's not what I was looking for.
Brett thinks we need to wash ourselves clean.
Let me walk upon the waters wherever you.
Take me deeper than my feet could
Whoa.
ever wander.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
that guitarist is totally into that. Yeah.
The guitarist in the background looks like he
Well,
has
so Brett, tell us
constipation.
how this ended up on our screen if it was in your playlist.
Because I'm looking for a specific.
Uh-huh.
Oh, there's that too.
I love how all like
There's a specific video I'm looking for, and I don't know. Maybe it got deleted.
I love how all Christian like at church when Christian rock bands perform, it's like the most hated person probably there is probably the bassist because they're like sitting there going.
It's like, dude, you're
That's it.
totally not worshiping Jesus enough.
I think that this video
Like, 'cause
video I
all-
had got removed.
All of it is like all the Christian music is like super easy to play. So
Yeah.
and it's like
Oh,
it's like
sorry.
someone who writes it. They go like, let me get the guitar, and then I'll
Acoustic
get
guitar.
acoustic guitar,
Always has to be
and I'll do
acoustic.
vocals, and they don't think about anything else because they're like, that's 99% of it is of Christian music is acoustic
Yeah.
guitar and some light vocals, and then they're like, oh crap, I forgot bass and everything else. So
I don't remember watching this video, but for some reason it's in my history.
I've got
Okay.
I had, speaking of like, well, you said podcast gimmicks, or not gimmick. I guess it's just like a topic heavy podcast where you're like talking about, that's what I don't want this to be though, because I'd just rather just talk about anything. that you
anything
want
and
to.
everything that comes up.
But I've come up with an idea. that-
Is this on YouTube, Brett?
Yeah, this is on YouTube.
She's definitely showing nipple.
Yeah, she's wearing a see-through kind of sequin.
The
dress, I
nipple
guess,
has entered. It is porn.
it's
so
still a little covered
this
though.
this woman here, her name is Emily Bloom,
Mhm.
and I just kind of stumbled across her on the interweb, and I found some video of her singing. She's like
Oh, okay, yeah.
she is from I think Germany or something. This is body painting. This is something else I stumbled across
Yeah.
and looking for stuff.
They do this all the time.
But so that girl Emily Bloom, there was a song. Well, let me preface this. She's like a adult model. She does like softcore porn where it's like just kind of masturbation or another woman's massaging her intimately. And I just happened to find this video
You
where
watched
she's
those
singing
quite
this
a
song.
bit, Brett.
Oh yeah.
We're on.
anyways, so there was a video of her singing a song, and I was like, that's a really cool song. So I tried looking it up. So I didn't know if maybe it was like a song she made, or if she was just singing the song or something. I tried finding the song, couldn't find it. Well, in my searching on YouTube, I found some modeling, a video of her and a black guy modeling,
Mm-hmm.
and there is straight nudity in there. Like
Oh.
you see the black guy's dick. He lifts
On
her up at
YouTube.
one point. He lifts her up like this, doing a spread, kind of like what she's doing, but he's holding her. And as you can see in this video, there's vagina.
Yeah.
So
Wait, and it's on YouTube.
Yeah, this is on YouTube. So this is body painting, but
there's this body.
there's
paint.
vagina
wow,
right there.
Wow.
Oh
yeah,
wow, this
yeah,
is
yeah.
this is just nudity.
Yeah, there's a badge right in it.
But this can be played off as art. You know what I'm saying?
It's body painting, man.
It's body painting. Oh, the body. It's body painting. You wouldn't understand.
That is strange. You've definitely dug into
Yeah.
I've gone down
rabbit
the
hole.
rabbit hole, and I've found some.
How
things.
many hours, Brett, did it take to
It
get to this
It
point?
really
down
didn't
the-
take me
to
that
find these
long.
dude. Oh, we almost got a
I mean,
butthole here first.
I would say over the since
I would say
since a
see
little
the
bit-
butthole.
I would say maybe a week or two before we started the podcast up until now, I've been kind of like just stumbling across these videos.
It was
and-
bound to happen once Brett came up with the idea. We should watch videos that they would just send to people. Oh man,
I'm just saying
this is strange.
this is
though,
on
that's hard.
YouTube.
Oh wow, the
and-
soccer goal. This doesn't even hold up. There.
It's just like this is on YouTube.
It's not even
so,
a real soccer goal. That's
if-
what makes me feel angry.
You know, if some kid just happened to come across this, he's got
material.
something. I mean, granted, this is like fucking potato cam quality.
Ooh,
Oh yeah.
like
So
soccer ball involved.
yeah.
Oh
see,
come on! She's like centrally
This is-
rubbing the soccer ball with her breastises.
So this is like straight fapping material for like a young lad.
Which I mean, if I was an adult, if I was a parent, and my like 9 or 10-year-old son,
If I came
possibly
walking in,
daughter, was like on YouTube just flipping through videos, and this came up, that's too young. I would not want them.
yeah, if I saw
watching
my
this.
kid walking in here, I'd be like, I would just automatically assume that he was on fucking xnxx.com. I'd be
Yeah.
like, what are you doing?
But you could
So-
also think that they might be so innocent that they would be like, "This girl's just playing with the soccer ball."
But I would be like, no, you don't need to be watching this. I
Yeah.
would say like I wouldn't want my
All
kid
I'm
watching
saying is
any.
that she's got the body paint on, but why couldn't she do the body paint with the socks? She's got like high socks on, but
Yeah,
She
she
could've
didn't
painted
go
that
all
on.
the way.
yeah, you got to go all the way with that shit.
And then body paint
Well,
the shoes too.
yeah, I don't know.
Extra.
But what I was talking about with my podcast idea, do it by myself, none of you guys. You know what I'm
Ouch.
saying? No, I'm just kidding.
That's the idea.
It's
You're
like
out.
the r/writing prompts
No.
on Reddit.
No.
It's like where someone comes up with an idea for like a movie or just like anything, just an idea,
Yeah.
and people will have writing prompts that are like a summary of like
Mhm.
what it is. So someone could say like, you wake up. This is a dumb one that I'm just like coming up with right now, but it's like you wake up with, someone says you need to save the world or something like that. Blah blah blah. Obama says you got to save the world. What do you do next or something like that? And then everybody in the comments will make like a whole summary of like a script.
Oh, okay.
And then it's like a story that just like random people on the internet are taking their time to do. So you could literally just have a storied podcast of just
Oh, just, like,
stealing
different stuff.
people's ideas on Reddit.
I like that.
But you would also credit the users, but then it could also evolve into something where people could submit stories and then you just read their stories on a podcast.
So like in
I
the
don't know if I should just ask you to repeat
Submitted
everything
stories.
you just said, or if I should just pretend like I understood
Just
anything
pretend like
and
I
then
understood it,
re-listen
yeah.
to this.
Yeah, so pretend like you understood what Keelan said, and I'll
Because
just
I
say-
have no idea what you were talking about the whole time.
So basically, in the YouTube comments, we would have for the video description, we'd go, our story idea is yada yada.
yeah.
Give us your story in the comments, and we'll shout
Like
it
this
out.
is
Read
the
it.
best. We'll read the best one or something like that. Like a
Which-
3-page paper or something.
Which
like
out of our moms and Paige, I'm sure it'll be our moms that come with the better one.
that. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Paige, don't hate me.
Get wrecked, page.
So
No.
what you're saying is people submit a story?
Yeah, like
Well,
they do a summary.
You
of the
could
story.
start it off on the writing prompts on Reddit because it's already there. Like you just have to see it for yourself. Of like, someone will come up with a base idea, and then people in the comments will extend on the idea of a bigger summary of the story. So they'll make up
So
their
you're
own
saying
story
that-
based off of what
You're
the
saying
idea is.
the viewers are creating a story in the comment section?
Yeah.
And are we reading the story?
Yeah.
So we're going to act it out?
It'd be like voice acting over stories.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty
We could get Megan on it and be like, for female voice acting.
Do all sorts of.
I think it'd be cool, but
That'd be pretty cool.
I mean, that's assuming anybody would actually do it, but we need more
Oh.
viewers.
I was gonna say,
damn, Brett.
dang. All right, podcast people, we need your help. We need more viewers. Go share our vids.
You need to...
We're gonna sell out next week.
I think I found that video. Okay, so
Uh-oh.
this is the last video.
Okay, we're going back to this again.
It's artistic nude photo shoot.
Yeah.
So,
Oh.
what is this?
Hey, this is art, bro. It's okay. They're definitely
But-
setting it up like it's art.
Well, yeah, it is. I'm not saying it's not. It is art. But what I just think is insane is that this is on YouTube.
Yeah.
This is on a platform that children and teens get on. And I guess, again, it'd be very hard to just stumble across this because I had to specifically type in this website name here.
But I mean, still, like, the fact that it is possible, and, like, it's...
It is possible, but I think you have to know the means and the right info to get it.
And it's weird because, like, YouTube is
See,
limiting the content of, like, comedy channels and stuff that just do, like, vulgar, like, you know, they say shit dick or something, and they'll get,
Hey,
like...
man, you're getting this fucking
Oh, sorry, dude.
flag on us.
Crap!
Yeah. It's
Shit!
just-
But,
I mean,
you get flagged for saying the word shit, but then this guy's peen is, like, right there. It's full peen. I don't know what the surfer dude's doing, but it's
He's
like...
the guy taking the photograph.
that guy looks
okay.
like Kurt Cobain.
I commend this guy for not popping one, you know, just like...
That's kind of what I was thinking, too. I'd be like, man, I'd be...
It's probably cold.
Oh, this guy probably gets pooned on the reg, just like this.
Unless
So
he's
it's like-
gay. I mean, it could be possible he's just gay, so he doesn't get it hard.
Oh, I mean, I did nude modeling before,
I think...
but like there was no girl in front of me. Like Megan was drawing me, but it wasn't like I was gonna pop one because I was just.
I
by
mean, you
myself.
could pop... I could say you could pop one just by the sheer, like...
That's what I was afraid of. Is that just
nerve or,
just be
excitement of it.
thinking about not wanting to pop one
Could
is
make
like
you pop one.
was gonna make me pop one. That's what I was afraid of.
I
but
think maybe it's like because it's this guy's job. It's like his 9 to 5.
yeah.
So you know he's like desensitized to it. So he comes into the office. He's like,
You
oh,
gotta-
okay, what am I doing today?
You can get a good amount of money for nude modeling though.
Yeah.
I got like $40 for 3 hours.
Whoa. Whoa, 3 hours. Wow.
Well, I mean that's
Is that
like
a lot?
yeah. I mean you just stand there.
that's
Like it's
Over
like
$10 an hour.
yeah, it's like 10.50.
I was just like changing poses like every 30 minutes, and then they let me pick my playlist and play it over it. So I was just listening to music while I was doing it. So
nice.
I don't think I have a...
Wait, was it a
Body
group? It was just like a group, right?
it was like a group of 10 people just drawing me, and then one girl drew my dick like enormously huge. Like I was like, my dick's not that big.
What
No
the
way. It's not
At
that
least you're honest though.
Oh, I'm totally honest, but I didn't go up to that girl and say that. But me and Megan were like, "What the fuck is that?" She's like it was abnormally huge. She
So
drew like
wait.
a schlong.
So
So, it's just...
I
guess
got-
if you've got some nude photography, it's just okay to put on YouTube.
okay, well that's just rude.
But these are art pose. Like okay, as an art guy myself.
as a
is-
teenager, you're not gonna get that. You're just gonna be like, "Wow, I can't wait to."
But this is also an anatomy pose of like, see where the
But you're not
spine's
seeing much
going
on
down,
here.
where
Okay,
the
but-
shoulder blades are meeting it. You could draw this and like learn about the human form.
But I mean, I'm saying that like Brett and I are saying that some 12, 13-year-old isn't like, oh yes, I see warrior pose 1, a classical yoga stance. Oh, I do enjoy
they're
the
also-
arts.
But they're also not gonna be like. I get that kids will be like super horny about this, but they're not gonna be like, "Oh wow, this girl's in Warrior 1 pose.
Well, man,
I'm totally
when
gonna
I was,
jack off."
when
to
I
that."
was like super young, anything boob related.
See,
or
this is
vagina.
different because it's body painting, but then they're also doing sexy poses. They're not doing like
They're not.
artistic.
Well, I mean, they're just getting paid.
Damn, is that healthy for? That guy's spraying body paint right in her vag.
That's
sure it's
gotta
like
hurt.
I'm sure it's like not.
I don't know how body
Non-toxic.
paint works, so I don't know.
I don't know. But I mean, look at the thumbnail for this. It's a vagina.
Oh my gosh, it
It's
is.
a golden vagina.
That is literally
That
what
is
it
the
is.
thumbnail for this photo.
Like YouTube dropped the
like-
ball, or they
it
do
says
not care.
Body painting official 18 plus, but it's like, okay, thanks for saying that this is an adult oriented kind of content, but you're still shitting in the face of anybody that's gonna come across it because it's a fucking vagina for your thumbnail.
Oh, see, look at that. That's art, dude. He's spraying
I'm
like a
not saying,
butterfly.
okay,
on it.
I'm not denying that it's art.
Hey,
because
that's pretty
obviously
cool.
It's art. Yeah, it is pretty cool. But it's just like
It's like
if I was a teenager watching this right now, my pants would be at my ankles, fapping as hard as I can. Because when I was growing up, anything in terms of nudity, I was like, all right, this is awesome. Obviously, I wasn't like doing anything about it. I just like looking at naked people.
Yeah.
maybe I won't share this on my Facebook.
Maybe not this one.
Maybe not
Or
this
maybe
one.
put on there and be like, this is a little bit more explicit of an episode. But it's just like, I mean, it just raises awareness that you should really be careful what you.
This reminds me of have you ever seen that video where it's like supposedly it's like a prank or like a social experiment where
Yeah.
the girl is wearing jeans, but they're
painted
on.
Yeah.
So people are like, whoa, those are crazy jeans. And then she'll be like, I'm not wearing anything. And then everybody's like, whoa, that's crazy. That's so cool. But it's like, literally, she's just got her ass, like, out.
Like she's just naked.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
just naked in public. And then they deleted the part where she gets arrested for public indecency by the cops.
Well,
but-
she still had, like, a thong underneath it, but then it was, like, painted over.
Oh, okay.
Not completely nude,
But still, I feel like a thong. It's like bordering on public indecency. Like
yeah.
any cop, like if she was in Goddard, which I don't know why you'd be in Goddard doing this, but I'm just saying, if she was in Goddard, a Goddard cop would go like, "Think again, sucker. You're going down.
You're going downtown.
3 to
Main-
5 years
to
in the
Main
slammer." And I noticed you jaywalked. That's a $5,000 fine. So I mean,
Speaking of body paint, there is a swimsuit edition of Sports Illustrated where Ronda
Yeah.
Rousey gets body painted.
Hey, that's
And you can see
you can
quite
you can see,
revealing
yeah, you can see it
bits
all.
and pieces of her if you were ever curious. Her areola seems very wrinkly.
those people were doing a really good job.
It is pretty.
Yeah,
That looks
that's
like
really-
a
It is.
real,
That's
Body
awesome.
painting is pretty intense.
And it's like a tiger. That's pretty cool.
because that looks like she's actually wearing something right now.
yeah. That's
pretty cool.
I mean, it is cool.
Dang.
Yeah, I
This
mean,
is for Sports Illustrated.
oh, okay, so it's like profesh. But this is just on YouTube, right?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. I
See,
mean,
I don't,
this I wouldn't.
Well,
This is a little bit different because it's like
Sports Illustrated already does nude
yeah,
what?
pictures. Yeah.
yeah.
They
Sports
do nudes?
Illustrated, yeah,
Yep.
What?
yeah,
They do nude
Where?
pictures of athletes on their magazine.
like all
It's
the time.
in their magazine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like this?
Yes.
yeah,
But
Okay,
with
well
no,
that's different.
no body paint,
No
just
body-
straight
What?
naked.
Yeah.
That is not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
They would
Did they
not
do-
have
It's an actual
Sports
thing.
Illustrated.
My dad
magazines
used to
like
be
that.
like, "Hey, want to see this girl naked that's an athlete?"
Dude, they've been doing it for like over 30
You're telling
plus
me
years.
if I went and got a swimsuit edition of Sports Illustrated, I'd find a fully nude?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
That is
I
the
will
whole
look it up
reason
right now.
behind
Keep
it.
talking because I'm
There's
going to
no
show you.
way.
That is the whole reason behind it. It's been like that for like 30 plus years.
I thought they were just in swimsuits.
No, dude, it's full. Like they
I
get
flipped
naked
through the
sometimes.
swimsuit editions and I've never seen a fully nude woman. I'm
Well,
pretty sure if there was full nudity, they would have to like put that in like a security bag, so you'd have to like be 18 to buy it.
I feel like Sports Illustrated is just the one that can get away with it because it's been around for so long and has no right.
I find that very hard to believe. I need somebody to buy me a physical copy of Sports Illustrated and show me that, because that seems a little.
Nah.
I think that's a little out there.
Well, obviously, it's not
Like Cosmopolitan
not.
never has nudes in it.
What I'm saying is that it's not
That's-
nude. It's not like they're showing their badge on it or anything like that. It's like
But are they covering the nips?
they're naked.
But are they covering the nips?
I'm
Are they,
pretty
are
sure
they-
there's some where they're not covering nips.
I think they're, because even on those swimsuit models,
Or they're
there's some-
covering nips, but it's like
Did it just read?
it
Loop
was
this video?
replayed.
It did replay. It did reloop it. But still, I feel like, you know, I feel like still it's on YouTube, and I feel like YouTube is supposed to be more regulated to prevent this kind of nudity in content.
How is Ronda Rousey doing nowadays?
I don't know.
Is she good at fighting anymore?
I'm not too sure.
She had that one fight, and it was like I've never seen her again.
But I mean, like they're supposed to regulate this sort of thing and make sure it doesn't, so younger kids and people don't see it. And they're doing a really good job hitting like comedy channels and stuff with it. But it seems thumbnails where it's a vagina, that's okay. That's I.
Yeah, that's the fun.
I just don't know how that stuff slips through.
And Asian ladies scissoring.
That's something.
Yeah, what the heck? I'll never forgive you for that.
What? The Asian ones?
The Asian girls scissoring.
Oh,
See,
yeah, because I was just like, I don't even remember how I came across it. I was just like, what the fuck?
Oh, you were searching that out.
Yeah, you were going.
Dude,
for
the
it.
title of that video was called "My Edited Video." Do you think I was like, oh, let me type in videos edited?
But
That's what I'm
whenever
talking
you
I
were
don't
searching,
know how I came across.
So
it.
did that
I just
bikini one relate to all these other ones?
I-
Just all the related videos were going down a slippery slope of nudity.
That's why I was starting you guys out light and then being like, okay, so this is pretty moderate, but as we keep going, I'm gonna show you more.
Yeah.
I'll show you the dark
insane-
side of
now that I
YouTube.
think about it, pretty impressive, Brett. Good journalism.
Good journalism. Thank you for revealing the truth. That's what the title of
The
this
truth is out
podcast
there.
should
YouTube
be.
exposed.
It should
The
be
truth
the
is
dark
out
side of YouTube.
We should send a couple of those links to like H3 and maybe they would look it up and talk about it.
The porn side of YouTube.
Then we'll send our podcast, and then they'll feature our podcast.
I'll be like, hey, listen
They'll
to
just make fun of us.
my podcast.
Dude,
I don't
I'll
think they
give that
would.
a try. Look, if they make fun of us, we'll get more views. I'm just saying.
I mean, shit, people are making fun of them and hitting on them. I don't think they would mind listening to a podcast. being
Listen
like,
to
oh,
this
these guys-
audio, bro.
These guys are amateurs, but
listen
still
to our
pretty cool.
fire podcast.
I gotta piss.
Can you
like,
hear the? Can you hear this? What was the word?
sibilance?
Sibilance.
Sibilance.
They've got so much
is really
sibilance.
bad. I gotta piss.
Well, if you gotta piss, we can wrap it up.
Oh
We're
yeah.
at
wrap it up.
hour
What
16.
about Call of Duty?
Call of Duty. Okay, while you're pissing, I'll talk about Call of Duty.
Well, maybe I have something to say about Call of Duty.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
You guys just had something. You talked about something.
Dude, I don't play Call of Duty because it sucks at duty.
Why do you think that? Why do you think it sucks?
Because, well, when they had a campaign, they don't even have one anymore in the fourth one. But
Yeah.
when they did, it was convoluted and stupid, and all the characters were like, "My testosterone is 10,000
Well,
times more than the normal human."
You can't say Call of Duty sucks
Because it
in
does.
a whole because I know you loved World at War,
I love World at War in like
which
Black
is a Call of
Ops.
Duty game.
It is, but I'm just saying, overall, and especially in recent years, it has tanked.
Nah, man.
Yeah, dude. It's
Black
a-
Ops 4, pretty great.
I feel, well, because I was talking to someone the other day, and they were like, there's so many glitches and zombies, and you can't, like, progress.
Mhm.
Because it's on the map 5, that their Easter egg is when you make it to around 150, it, like, plays a hidden video.
Mhm.
But the game's glitched right now to where you can't physically get to around, like, 100. So people had to, like, hack the game to get it to that point to
You're talking
figure it out.
about
Well, I
zombies.
mean, what I'm saying is that nobody cares about zombies, so
Yeah, I
Me
just
clutching
you're
hard.
a minority.
Well, I don't say I care about zombies either.
Yeah.
I got bamboozled into getting
They're-
Black Ops 3, so now I have to get the trophies in zombies. That's why I care.
Good luck with
Because
that.
Yeah, it's not gonna
Radar
happen.
is a trophy hunter.
I am.
I've got a couple platinum trophies on PS4.
What? How did it?
Oh well, I guess just PlayStation in general.
No.
I got 100% on the first 2 God of Wars. Actually, I think I got 100% on the first 2 God of Wars. The 2 PSP God of Wars. I think I have like 1 left in God of War 3, and then I have I think one of the Infamous games, maybe both of them. I have 100% on those, and then Dead Space 1 I have 100% on.
Ooh, I love Dead Space.
Dead Space 2, the only one I'm missing is I have to beat the game on hardcore mode. And I couldn't do
Which, that is impossible. So
it. It's not. It's
Isn't
not
there one where
possible.
you have to beat it on where the whole game restarts if you die?
Yeah, like you have 3
Megan
saves.
told me about one of those.
Yeah.
You have
that's
3
3
saves, and if you die, it's over. I was watching a YouTube channel at the
Wait,
time.
saves, but technically that
You have
means you could
3
die 3
saves.
times.
So what happens is like you would want to, ideally you would want to get
Oh,
far
3
enough.
saves so that you
Total.
can pause, like so you can
Yeah.
take a break
Yeah,
Yeah.
so there's
or go to sleep.
So you get 3
Yeah.
file saves through the whole game. So if you were to like get to the first save station in the game and save right there, and you died, you start at that save
That's an
point.
insane achievement to be like.
That is right.
That's
It's-
like
and- but the
almost
thing is-
sacrificing a part of your life to do. Like you have to
It's-
sacrifice like a weekend to be like, okay, I have 6 hours to play this much. But if you have 3 saves, you're not gonna like sit down and be like,
It's
okay, I'm
not.
gonna save after
It's
30
not
minutes
as
of
hard as
playing.
you think though, because so the highest difficulty is actually harder to play through than this difficulty. The only problem is you only have the 3 saves.
Yeah.
So the difficulty level is like I think normal. And
No,
then
it's above normal. Because I tried it and I was like, this is definitely above normal.
it's like it's not the easiest, but
Because
I
a
think-
necromorph farted next to me and my health went in half. I was like,
I don't remember the exact setup of it. I just remember being like, I know it's not the hardest difficulty, but they level it out where you get a good enough like ammo and stuff like that, and then the enemies are just tough enough to get through.
right.
But you only get the 3 saves. So I got through like 6 or 7 missions or
Levels.
chapters.
Yeah, whatever.
And then it's those fucking guys with the tails. Like, they just have their upper body
Yeah.
and the tails. I just can't fucking kill them that easily. So the motherfucker got me, and I had to restart. And I would have done it too. I would have just gone through it again. But you can't skip the opening cinematic stuff.
And that's like 10 minutes.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm done. I just don't want to do it. So I never got it.
Well,
That's the last one.
back to a Call of Duty recap.
No.
They completely removed the 9-bang from Blackout. That's
100%.
That's my update. They just were like, people were complaining about it so much that they were just like,
It's
delete.
game breaking.
I know it's
It's
game breaking,
so
so they were
fucking
like,
bad.
yeah, we're just gonna delete it.
It's like Doc was
No, but
Doc
they
was
didn't-
talking about it. He was
they
like,
didn't- they didn't remove it from multiplayer, but they removed it from Blackout.
Well, multiplayer is a little different story,
Yeah.
but it's still a piece of shit.
But just
like,
imagine getting to the top 3 or something like that, and someone throws a 9-bang at you, and you literally just are just like,
what if they threw
I can't.
9 of them at you?
yeah, that would
Then
be
you
pretty
just they could kill you with 9 bangs.
But that's Call of Duty. Call of Duty talk. We need a sound effect for that.
What?
Call of Duty talk. Call of Duty talk. Like a jingle.
Maybe it could just be
so
a-
like whenever we get to that topic, we can just go. We can press a button and be like, Call of Duty. Woo!
Or maybe it'll just be a.
It
Because
should just,
Call of Duty sucks.
you just
it
add
should
that
just
same
be a-
do another same effect where it's like a really weird reverb echo and do that same thing that you just did. No, where it's like Call of Duty, woo! And then you just have like echo. Yeah, do that.
Yeah, we can throw in like a generic like Call of Duty song. Like, wow, wow, wow.
or the same thing that you did with Radar Steel, but just be like Call of Duty.
No, I knew what you were talking about.
Yeah.
I'm the one that did.
Oh man.
Oh.
Now you're just rubbing it in.
F you, bro.
Oh man. F you and you're showing us porn and then leaving the room to take a convenient phone call.
I did.
A likely story. We all.
Why
know
would I
it's-
leave the? Why else would I leave the room?
You're like, let me play this leotard licking video. And
They were licking it.
no.
Well, there was toe licking.
She was sucking
Oh.
her toe.
That was
Yeah.
toe
Would
sucking.
you ever?
Would you?
I was gonna say, would you ever lick a toe? Or
Yeah.
like suck on someone's feet
Mhm.
during like a intimate time?
I feel like this is getting way too far into something else.
Because
Let's
I am
hear
just
that.
like I just don't understand how anybody
And
does it
I know
unless
how
they're.
I know Brett would too. Yeah.
I would too, but like they gotta have like some like pristine looking feet. Like
I don't think I
I
would
don't
do
know.
it. It just doesn't seem attractive, you know? It's like, that's a toe.
I had a
It's
nurse
not something
one-
that I would really want to do, but if someone was like,
if they had like
"Hey, can you
super
lick my
clean.
toe?" I'd be like, "All right."
I would
Would they
do
say
it
it just
willingly.
like that?
I would
Hey,
do
man,
it without
you
being
want to?
asked if I knew that their feet were like pedicured and like straight out of the
You
bath.
gotta go to the pedicure with them.
Like they need to come
I
straight
can
out of
see
the
it.
bathtub into
can-
slippers and then into the bed.
They can't even step on the carpet.
I don't want them stepping on the ground because the ground's probably dirty.
You get
I
like
can
a
maybe get past it,
Slippers have got to be dirty.
but then like their feet are gonna be black, and if their feet are black, I'm like,
you get like a rope bridge and put it on the ceiling, so they have to like hand crawl their way like
that's
to
a
the
monkey
ceiling.
bar.
Monkey bar their way to the bed, and then
But I get that feet are a little bit more dirty, but what if someone was like, suck my finger? That's also the
I-
same amount of grossness.
Yeah, but I'm not
Well-
walking on my fingers.
Well, it
You know?
depends
Yeah,
on
but you're
in
still
there.
touching shit.
I mean, I guess I wouldn't. I don't know. A finger.
If I'm touching human feces, then yeah, I'm not gonna lick it. But
what?
well, like Keelan said, you're touching shit, you know.
They were touching stuff.
Oh, there we
Well,
go.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think like
Get it
I don't
right.
see anything attractive about like sucking on a finger. I can see the appeal of like feet, but the finger.
What about someone sucking your finger?
It's weird. I'm like, I wouldn't want anybody to suck my toes. I'm like, my feet are gross. I'm not a feet person. Like if it were up to me, I would chop everybody's feet off at birth and just give them robotic feet, or just.
I thought that'd be awful.
That's weird.
I was
Then
gonna
you
say,
never have a foot odor.
You're a weirdo.
I got hobbit feet, so I definitely don't want anyone getting close to my feet. And like, one of my
You wouldn't have
toes
photo-
felt
feet
like
stink.
what?
You wouldn't have feet stink if you just had fake feet.
I guess that's true. I also wouldn't have one black toenail because I like one of my toenails fell off a while ago, and it's just
What?
like, yeah.
That reminds me of the fucking. Did you guys ever watch Viva La Bam?
Yeah.
Do you remember that one episode where Don Vito, rest in peace, like someone paid this chick or Bam paid this chick like $1,000 to like suck on his dead toe that was like
Oh.
fungused out and shit, and they poured like salsa on it to make it taste better. It was on MTV. They poured
Oh,
salsa
God.
on Don
Can we
Vito's
pull that
toe. Yeah, look at this.
Oh
All
my
right, here,
gosh!
yeah.
Here, pull it up. Pull it up. Oh,
If
that's
you-
disgusting.
look
Well, I'm pretty sure in one of the Jackass movies, they filmed pulling off one of those.
Just look up Don Vito.
Don
Don Don
Vito.
Vito gets his toe licked.
Whoa.
Do you remember Don Vito though?
Was he the fat
He
uncle or
was
something?
Phil's the uncle, Phil's brother.
Oh, I didn't know.
Oh,
Oh, I
okay.
guess it makes sense that he's dead.
What is
but-
the show called?
Jesus.
Damn.
Viva La Bam?
Viva La Bam? I've never heard
You
of it.
didn't watch Viva La Bam?
I didn't watch Viva La Bam.
And so MTV they had Jackass whenever they brought like the movie to the show,
Mm-hmm.
and then like
Men's feet.
it spun off into like other spin-offs.
Oh, okay.
But then Viva La Bam was Bam Margera's kind of like Jackass, but it was just following
Oh,
him.
okay.
But like MTV, like he had an interview where they were like, "Here's this amount of money for a week," so they'd give him like $300,000 for a week to spend on
Damn.
whatever he wanted to do for the show.
Yeah.
So he would just be destroying shit like for a week
Damn,
to record.
Wish I could do that.
So that's why that show is so insane, just because MTV was just feeding him money to just do like random shit to torture his parents and stuff. I remember because there was like, including Don Vito, there was one where like they dug a hole underneath his house, Don Vito's house, to dig up into his room, so that
What?
they could prank him in the middle of the night of like busting out of his floor like this. So literally, it's like if they dug outside of my room and then came in here, and then someone could just bust out the floor of my room.
What the heck?
That's just some shit ass ball.
Vito toenail. That's a good. Yeah, this is someone recording. Yeah, so that's what the toe looks like though.
Oh,
A girl
man.
sucked that toe.
Ugh.
Oh God.
Oh.
Why is that toenail still on?
Oh man.
Oh my God.
It's probably because it's so long and probably got caught on something and ripped off.
It looks like there's a hole in his toe out of
Oh.
the thing.
What could he have possibly
Ew.
done to his toe?
Oh, they're pulling it off.
Oh
The
god.
pliers.
Oh.
So this is when they're pulling it off though, but someone sucked that toe.
Yep. All right. That's
Is
that's
this
good
the
enough
video
for
of
me.
it?
Someone's filming their TV doing it.
Oh
Damn, they just pulled it off right there.
Jeez, they just ripped off his toenail.
And now they're all freaking out.
I freak out too,
Ugh.
man. I
Yeah.
ripped off a grown ass man's
That's
toenail.
pretty fucking gross.
my
Oh, I
gosh.
regret showing that video.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not
oof.
quite the one. I put in toe and I would have thought they would just pop
Oh
up.
yeah.
Don Vito gets his toe sucked.
Uh-huh. I I also finished Hill House over the weekend.
Oh,
I
yeah.
haven't watched it.
It was
Yet.
pretty good.
It was good, and then like for some reason the final episode
Don't
were
spoil
like-
anything.
we should have the characters read their slam poetry because there's just like 20 minutes where it's like, this is poetry. You
was-
you are reading poetry
was
right
like-
now.
The house had to teach him a lesson.
Was the lesson respect the arts or something? That was the real haunting.
And the
was that-
French
It
girl.
was don't do drugs.
Oh, that was yeah. I was good. Oh god. Well, I mean,
I
Learn
don't
some
see anything
Mexican.
about the-
Yeah.
Alright, well, I don't think
Yeah.
you guys want to see it anyway, but
yeah. So, but I mean, I thought it was like the series is pretty good overall. It's just that the last episode just goes like
I
kind of blows.
I disagree.
implodes. Well, they started talking about like,
think it was nice.
oh yeah, I
How many
can't spoil
episodes?
it. Never
How many
mind.
episodes is there?
10. So
Maybe
And-
I'll start tomorrow.
that's
I'll
like
watch
it's like
an
about 10 hours in total.
I try to get
You know.
B to watch it. She didn't watch it, so I guess I'm watching it on my own.
It's pretty good.
I'm also recommending to everyone Castlevania season 2.
Oh yeah,
And if you haven't seen it, Castlevania season 1, obviously.
that show was dope. I didn't.
Good one. Good one.
And the season 2, it was like I would have thought they'd be in the castle a little bit more. Like I don't know. I
Yeah.
guess that's a little spoilery, but
Well, I feel like the second season takes place over like a week, right?
yeah, I don't know.
It's
It's
like-
it's,
it's like
kind
a-
of weird. I don't want to spoil too much about it, but yeah, it just seemed like they weren't in the castle a lot. That's what I'll say. So
All right, yeah.
there's the castle. The castle's in it. And I really hope that the next seasons kind of follow the next games because that was an adaptation of the third Castlevania game,
Which one's that? That's the.
Castlevania 3.
I mean,
I
like,
think it's called like Dracula's Curse.
oh, okay.
So I'm really hoping they eventually will do like
Symphony
Rondo
of
of
the Night or
Blood.
something. or-
Yeah, do Rondo of Blood and
Yeah.
Symphony of the Night. Because if I was able to make a Castlevania movie, which I have thought about it, I'd do it. Anybody wants to hit me up? I think I'd start it off in the Rondo of Blood, and then do Symphony of the Night.
Nice.
That's how I would do it. Those are probably the two best Castlevania games.
Oh, show.
So,
Well, that has been the 6th episode of the Nobody's
You almost
Porn
said-
Cast.
Oh
you
my
almost
gosh.
said that. It almost seemed like you about said the H3H3 podcast.
I know, because I hear it every day. Fucking
Every
H3
day.
podcast. Oh, I listened to the new one today.
Okay.
But yeah, the Nobody's Porn Cast. That's episode 6 right there.
Boom.
Wait until we get to episode 69.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a
Whoa.
real special episode.
That'll be the best.
Literal porn cast.
one.
We're just gonna
You're
set
just
up
gonna hear.
some. We're just gonna set up some audio, just porn, and then that's gonna be the whole episode.
If you guys
So-
like this, be sure to smash that like
so we're
button.
only
Yeah,
63 episodes away, so here we go. Stay
Sure.
tuned. And if you're joining us today, if this is your first episode, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Tell us what you liked. Tell us what you didn't like. Give us something to talk about. If you're a returning guest, well, god damn it, you didn't do a good enough job because we've not seen a whole lot of damage done.
Damage.
Damage. Meaning nobody's subscribing, nobody's commenting, nothing.
Oh,
So
it's
leave a
fine.
comment,
It's
goddammit.
fine.
It's fine.
Tell
you
us
guys,
something to talk about.
You guys like it if you like it, but seriously, leave something in the comments.
give
Let
us something
know.
to talk about, god damn it.
Otherwise, Brett's just gonna look up more porn.
I'm
for
just gonna
us,
keep
and
looking
no
up
one
porn on
wants
YouTube.
that. No one wants that.
All right. Well, we'll see you sometime next week.
Hopefully.
What is that
To
from?
be
Hopefully.
That's
continued.
it's just an inside joke between all of us.
Yeah, but what was the inside
It
joke
was
from?
like something to do with Jimbo and Ruben.
Hopefully.
They're like,
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, we'll have to talk to Ruben about that and see what that was from.
let's get Ruben on.
Yeah.
Oh. You're just gonna keep adding. It'll
We
have
get him out of-
12
if we can get
people
him out
on the
of the clubs first.
podcast.
So
But-
it's like,
All
We'll
right.
catch you next time on the Nobody's Podcast.
bye.
Peace out.
Bye.